Welcome back. We need to free Crow, and putting water on the kindling did not work. Perhaps we can put something else on the kindling. What's this guy doing? Selling wine by the looks of it.
There's one stall still open. It appears he even has stock left.
Surprising, considering the evening.
It's Reap Moon's Eve, sir, and you appear to be uninebriated. For shame! Public intoxication is practically mandatory this evening. You're in luck, sir. Most stalls have shut down for the evening, but we're open, and will remain open until the very last bottle has been sold. Which, from my experience, won't be too long now. The discriminating Northlander knows we're a notch above the rest. No Southlands imports here, sir. These bottles are tapped in the Northlands with wine from the tart purple grape.
I'm sure your wine is more than adequate, merchant.
Oh. Very well. What can I get you tonight, most sober of sirs? Perhaps you want to sample a bottle before you buy?
That sounds like a good idea. I can at least see what he has.
I'll need more than a thimbleful. A bottle will serve me better. I'm not some barbarian choosing wines merely by color.
Let's...
A small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir?
Let's see what we have. There's a bunch of choices. Oh, I guess the top left is not one of them. What's this? Purple Rose of the North.
Purple Rose of the North. Purple Rose? This is supposed to be a wine.
Let's try it.
Excellent choice, sir. This one is both tart and celebratory. A melancholy
Just pour
mix
the
of...
wine, please.
Very well. There you go, sir. Give that a smell, a swirl, and a sip.
Looks like we can take the tasting cup. But I doubt that just a little bit of wine is going to do much.
I think this is more than enough Northlands wine. No one could possibly need any more.
I guess he does not think very highly of it. We can drink it.
Donkey's urine. That's what this is. Ass piss. Ugh, and it kicks like a mule.
Put the cup back. Alright, let's see what else he has.
Northlands Ruby. Any wine that begins with the word Northlands does not invite enthusiasm. Dragon's Fire. They've even put a little fireball on the bottle. I'm not sure if that's an invitation or a warning.
That could be interesting.
Goat's Hollow Winery. No. Mercurian Red. Plain spoken, but not particularly inspiring. Grapes of Nedra. I'm unfamiliar with this wine.
Hello again. Changed your mind, sir? Do you perhaps want a little sampler?
I'm not a small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir?
Do they all have like a unique description of what they taste like, I wonder?
Excellent choice, sir. This one is both tart and celebratory.
Just pour the wine, please.
Very well. There you go, sir. Give that a smell, a swirl, and a sip.
Let's see. What does this one taste like? It's the same
Donkey's
description.
urine. That's what this is. Ass piss.
Have you finished sampling,
And it
sir?
kicks like a
If so,
mule.
please return the cup and we can commence our business.
Alright, we'll return the cup. Alright, seems like they all have the same description, so let's just go for Dragon's Fire, which sounds like it may suit our needs.
Can't stay away, can you, sir? Buy or sample?
I'm not
Want
a
a
small
sample?
sample before.
Which
I'm gonna
wine,
skip
sir?
some of this. Let's try this one.
Interesting. You want to sample the Dragon's Fire, our most potent wine, capable of reducing seasoned warriors to tears and bashful maidens to...
I want to taste it now.
As you please, sir. There you go, sir. Give that a smell.
Yeah. Let's... I'm actually kind of curious to see if this one tastes different.
Shadow! Burns like fire! Tonight we fight like dragons.
That seems to have a bit more kick to it. Maybe it will have a little bit of an explosive impact if we put it on there. Let's give that a try.
I'll need the cup back, sir.
Oh.
It's the only sampling cup I have.
Alright, keep forgetting that.
What can I get you tonight, most sober of sirs? Perhaps you want to sample a bottle before you buy?
Let's just buy it because a thimble is probably not going to be enough.
I'll need more than it. I'm buying.
Which wine, sir?
That one.
Oh, that's no ordinary wine. That, good sir, is a bottle of Dragon's Fire. Fermented using the finest hand-picked bottles in our collection, fortified with honey and
What's the
malt.
price?
You don't want some proper background before you...
How much?
125 silver coins, sir.
What? No. I don't have that kind of coin.
Well, it's between my stock and sobriety at this hour. That choice ought to make itself.
Okay, well, looks like we can't afford that, so I guess the thimble will have to do.
Changed your mind, sir? Do you perhaps want a little sampler?
I'm not a small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir? Interesting. You want...
I want to taste it.
As you please.
Okay,
There, give that a...
let's take that. I don't normally skip lines when I let's play, but that was getting old.
No more. That ends
Alright, let's
tonight.
put that on there.
Cleansing
That was barely
fire.
2 drops. I'll need a lot more for this to have any effect.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
So now, I shall put my torch.
Well, he seems pretty drunk, and we do have a bigger cup, so maybe he won't notice. Let's see what
Can't
happens.
stay away, can you, sir? Buy or sample?
I'm not some bub. A small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir? Interesting.
Yes,
I want to taste it now.
As you please, sir. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Odd. I don't remember the tasting cup being quite so expansive.
He fell for it. That should give us a more decent amount of wine, and all for free.
The only way to rid the world
should be
of
enough.
magic
Sounds
is
like
to
Hilarious is
burn
about
it.
to wrap up his
to
mad
burn
ramblings.
it with fire.
I'll just have to
the
wait
fire
and watch.
cleanses. The fire destroys the content. But enough talk. This bewinged demon, this symbol of sorcery, this affront to humanity, must burn.
Must he? Must is a very strong word. I'm not sure it's a word I use to...
Burn, you transmogrified necromancer! Burn!
Oh boy, here we go.
Let's hope this works.
God save me! God save me! Help me!
You lot, break it up. Nothing to see here. We need to get him to a healer, now! God has protected us. He'll be lucky to survive the night. Right, party's over. Go on, all of you. Go home. Be with your families.
Well, I got rid of Onar. Good riddance too, but
Good
it's still on
job.
fire.
And now, get me off this blazing bonfire!
I can't. I need something long enough to reach the cage.
I
We
can still
need
see
it to be
flames.
close.
The flames are
How
getting
about that?
closer. You-
It works.
Talk about cutting things close. I smell of singed plumage and smoke.
So, were you lying to me about that secret entrance to the tower?
No, I would never. Well, I totally would. That would be just like me, lying to save my tail feathers. But I was actually telling the truth. I do know a way into the tower. From below. No? Not making much of an impression on you. Okay then. Follow me, big guy, and I'll lead you through the darkness into the light. The light, in this case, being the tower. More specifically, that weird pillar of dreamy light rising into the center of the tower with all the rotating metal bits.
You mean the engine?
Is that what they call it? The weird thing with the gears and the levers and the metal whatsits? Then yes, the engine. What, you don't want to go there?
Lead the way, Bird. And fast.
Crow. And I'm useful again.
Alright, looks like Crow can take us exactly where we need to go. Wonder how he knows this way.
Imbeciles? Amateurs? Don't they know who they're dealing with? Don't they know who I... Finally. What took you so long? I've been in here for days.
You fool. How did you manage to get yourself locked up?
Some people don't appreciate art.
Come. You need to prepare the engine for the ritual.
Yes, Master. About bloody time.
Wait, Klax and the Prophet know each other? And Klax is involved with the engine. I am quite sure that can't be good.
Home sweet home. I'm sure you remember this place. I mean, you raided it and arrested everyone and directly contributed to closing it down for good. Remember?
Yes, Bird. I remember.
Good. Yeah, it's a far cry from how it looked back in those happy days. But I've nested here. It's not bad. Also, it's Crow. My name is Crow.
What does this place have to do with the tower?
Okay, right. So, there's a secret passage leading from the cellar into a ruined subterranean city below Marcuria. Both April and Zoe used it. I've been through there a few times myself. Purely for research purposes, of course. Not to look for treasure.
Where's the cellar?
Behind the bar and to the right.
So it's that way he wants us to use, for the catacombs. Let's hope that will be easier than last time we did it.
For a bird, he appears remarkably intelligent. Annoying, but intelligent.
That seems to be a fair description.
The cellar door is behind the bar.
Alright, back in the Journeyman. Enter the cellar. Well, that should be pretty easy. It's been boarded up.
This is the cellar door?
They've boarded it up? It wasn't boarded up the last time I checked. Or maybe it was. To be honest, I haven't been down there in ages. Well, I guess this is it. There's no way past those flimsy wooden boards. How about grabbing a cup of ale and a front seat to the end of the world? This is it. The end of our journey.
Crow
And
is
we
always
came
so eager to
close.
give up.
I have to say, this turned out to be quite the twist.
But there is no need when there is violence.
Okay, violence. I'm not used to adventuring with people who resort to violence. I have to say, it's very refreshing not having to look for keys or levers or trying to trick wizards into lowering bridges. We should have brought you along from the start. You would have saved us a lot of time.
Let's go, Bert.
Crow, seriously. Watch your step, big guy. Here we are, this is it. The entrance to the grand underground realm beneath Marcuria. It doesn't look so grand from this side, but believe me, it's grand.
There's nothing here.
No, watch this. This next part is truly awesome. Ahem. Look! Look! Not bad, eh? Just like with your foot upstairs, except with my voice. Come on! What are you waiting for?
I can't get through there.
Oh, sure you can. It's just... Oh, yeah, no. I see what you mean. That would be a tight squeeze. You're bigger than I thought, big guy. Weird. When April and Zoe did it, they fit perfectly, and they're not that much smaller than... Wait, I know. You need to sing.
Sing?
Makes perfect sense. Bird makes music, bird-sized hole appears, human makes music. Well, you do the math.
I can't sing.
You have a sing hole in your face. Blow air through it. Go on. The fate of the universe depends on it.
Fine. How does it go again?
Now you. Go!
Oh, we've done this before in Dreamfall. It's not that difficult. Goes high, middle, high, low.
Nothing. That was correct, wasn't it? It sounded correct to my ears.
That was, serviceable. So,
Maybe I need to do it louder.
I don't think... Wait, there was something else. When April passed through here, she had some sort of, egg.
Egg?
A magic egg. It must still be down here somewhere. Unless someone's stolen it, which is quite possible. It was a while ago.
How would a magic egg help?
How can a magic egg not help? Come on, look for it.
This is ridiculous. I feel ridiculous.
Alright, we have to find the magic egg. Which is, of course, what April used. Let's see if it's around here somewhere.
What a tragic fate for a lovely chandelier. This tavern must have looked grand back in the day.
It did, and now it doesn't, and it's your fault.
They were probably used to hang salted meats. Marcurians may fall short in many areas, but their salted meats are spectacular.
Well, that's good to know. No sign of an egg here.
Once were barrels, probably for beer or wine. Once were barrels, probably for beer or wine.
Anything in here?
A sad sack. Flour, maybe. Ale casks, most likely. It's quiet out here. Most of the revelers are celebrating in the town squares or indoors.
That lantern has a funny-looking shape.
There's something odd about that lamp. It doesn't match the rest of the decor.
I think that's what we're looking for.
What's this? Some sort of egg? The goddess smiles on me tonight. I'll just need to be careful. Shadow. There. Got it. This certainly looks like a magic egg, whatever its true purpose. Hopefully, it'll help me.
Let's hope so.
They used this ancient egg-shaped artifact for illumination. I wonder where it came from.
From the underground city. Beyond that, I do not know. Alright, let's see if that does the trick.
Hey, whoa, what did you do?
I used the egg. Weren't you watching?
No. But see, I told you, the magic egg helped. I guess you needed a magic item because you were so thoroughly unmagical. Me? I'm a magic bird. I'm my own, magic egg. No props needed. And now there are magic symbols. Cool. Well, good luck with that.
We did this before too in Dreamfall, so that makes it easy.
Nice work, big guy. And nice work, me.
Onwards, bird.
Crow. How hard is it to get that one right? Crow.
Kian, you're being a bit insensitive. By refusing to call him by his name, he is helping you after all. I wonder who this guy is. Hopefully we'll find out soon.
There used to be a lot of these creatures down here, grubbers, but they've all vanished. I don't know where they could have gone. They wouldn't really fit in upstairs, especially not with the, those new guidelines vis-a-vis magicals. So what we're looking for is right there. A floaty thing, what you can row in?
Boat?
That's it!
Well, that was easy.
Row, row, row your boat gently across the deep, dark, eldritch subterranean. The entrance to the tower lies on the deep, dark, eldritch subterranean lake filled with all kinds of ancient, tentacly weirdness and sleeping gods.
Please, bird. Silence.
Crow! And I'm just trying to lighten the mood, big guy. You need to laugh more.
I laugh when it's appropriate to do so.
Show me.
What? No. I won't perform for you like a trained ape man.
Come on. You can do it. It's easy. Like this. See? Open your mouth, smile, push air through. I mean, I have a beak. I don't know how it works for you humans, but if I was going to guess...
Ha! Ha ha! Huh?
That's sad. Frankly, that was disturbing. Please don't ever do that again.
You have my word.
Good. So, did you and April ever hook up? You know, mate, copulate?
No. Bird, you need to learn common decency. And I am gay. I don't mate with women.
Interesting. I prefer females myself, but it's not like there's a lot of us around, whatever my species is. And as long as I'm not starting a family of my own, who cares, really? Although I would like to start a family, I'm getting on. It may not show, but I've plucked some gray feathers, and I can feel it in my wings. Most mornings, they're stiff as dry twigs. I won't be around forever. It would be nice with a young wife to take care of me in my twilight years, to regurgitate my food and care for our hatchlings. I'd like to pass down some of the wisdom I've acquired through my journeys across the world. And all the jokes.
I'm sure you'll meet the right bird. Someday. Soon.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Well, that was the most engaging gameplay ever. Having to repeatedly left-click to row. Not even trying to hide the filler anymore, are they? Well, at least it wasn't just a cutscene. We've had enough of those, and are going to have quite a lot more of those before the end of the game.
Here we are. This is it.
This is unbelievable. It's beautiful. My skin is tingling. There's a strange energy coming from that. These are dreams.
That swirling blue pillar? If you listen closely, you can hear them. Thousands of voices. It is beautiful. This place was built by the grubbers who lived down here as some sort of container to store dreams. And now the grubbers are mysteriously gone. There's probably some greater plot here that I cannot possibly wrap my little bird brain around. The tower's right above us.
Whoa.
They built the tower on top of this place. That can't be a coincidence.
Oh, speaking of coincidences, I remember the temple that used to be up there, before they tore it down, belonged to the Sentinel, the protectors of the balance. Nice place. Beautiful murals. Shame it got destroyed. And like I said, probably just a coincidence.
That's my way up.
I'll fly up and wait for you at the top. It'll take you a while to climb the whole way.
Sure, probably just a coincidence. No sinister plot at work here. I don't think all of that metal stuff was there when April saw this. Must be new, built by the Azadi. That does not look good. Hami! This fight is not going well. All the more reason for us to hurry up.
Shit! They're trying to break through. Oh, this isn't good.
We'd better get up there so Firdaus can do his thing.
That took longer than I expected. I had time for a wee nap.
Light. This is incredible. It must have taken years to build all this.
It's pretty nifty. And oh so shiny. You Azadi are really into metal, aren't you? So, what now?
I need to access the engine's central control panel. There should be a speaking tube there I can use to reach Anna, Enu, and Firdaus.
I'm guessing that would be in the center of this chamber. And there's someone there.
It's just one person. Can you see if he's armed?
I don't think so. He looks really old and frail. You could probably kill him with your pinky finger. Actually, he looks familiar. But I'm probably wrong. My eyes aren't what they used to be.
We need to be careful, or he may raise the alarm. Stay here, bird.
Crow. Crow. It's Crow. It's...
And it's Roper Clax over there.
It appears to be an old man. Is he an engineer?
Not quite.
He might not pose much of a danger, but he could call on the tower sentries. I need to stay out of his sight.
Well, we need to get there.
Various controls for the engine.
I guess those are not useful to us.
Knobs and dials, levers and meters. I don't know what any of it's for. Dials.
This place is quite impressive, I'll give him that much.
It appears to be an old man. Is he
But
an
we have to
engineer?
shut it down. Well, just follow the path, I guess. Bridge ends here. There's a lever. Man, they sure built this to be as difficult to navigate as possible. But it looks...
These are all part of the engine, connected via pipes. These are all part of that door leads to the outer circumference of the tower. That door leads to the outer circumference of the tower.
Can we go there?
And walk right into the hands of the tower sentries.
No. We don't want to go there anyway. We want to go over there. And hopefully get by Clax unnoticed. But we'll see if we can do that in the next video.